So I'm here at AcTRIMS to talk about the impact that the internet can have on clinical research for patients living with MS. I think a lot of people have fears about the internet, that it can be a source of misinformation or cause people to just develop their own anecdotal experience and not really go to the data. What I'm here to sort of share with the audience is that the internet's really changed over the past few years, and it's evolved from a place where people just tell stories to one another to a place where people can actually share data. And the type of data that they share is patient-reported outcome measures, the same types of things we use in clinical trials. Patients are increasingly getting access to powerful web-based tools that means that they can aggregate and pool together pretty reasonable observational data, actually. And so it's no longer just the case that the plural of anecdote is not data, that they are actually entering in data and making judgments and sometimes even doing statistical research on their own. And so what I'm hoping people will do is maybe just change their perceptions a little bit and go and take a look at what's out there and how things have really changed over the last 2 or 3 years. Where we are today is of the hundreds of thousands of people with multiple sclerosis, only a tiny fraction of them have their disease journey quantified. When people are in a clinical trial for 12 months or 18 months, they're measured very carefully. When a small number of people are at a tertiary specialist referral centres that has a longitudinal observational registry, again, but it's a rounding error, it's 0.1% or something of the total population. The revolution that's happened in the consumer world is big data, and that means taking every data point at every transaction. Walmart knows everything you buy, and that's how they make buying decisions. They don't just track a sample of 0.1%. So shouldn't we at least have the same decision-making technologies that Walmart or Facebook or Google have? So the idea of technology is to support the learning healthcare system. If we can make these sensors ubiquitous and passive and extremely cheap and distributed, then that means that every patient will be a data point, a continuous data point. And the goal of the learning healthcare system is that every patient who comes in the door, the decisions about their treatment will be made using the data of everybody who's been walking in their shoes as recently as the patient that was in before them, and that conversely their data will inform the treatment of the next patient that comes in through the door and everybody like them. That's a far more democratic approach to research and to data, and ultimately that's the only way we're really going to tackle these challenges at scale. It's just whether or not we can get over our habits of collecting our siloed data sets that we own, as opposed to saying, no, we're going to have a collaboration with patients, and with their permission, they will allow us insights into how they live their lives.